Hey, 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 welcome to Beards on the Street.
Welcome to Beards on the Street.
What's up, AA Ron?
Not much, man. It's been a long week.
Yeah?
Well, I've been gimping around on my leg.
He needs some Bentley powder.
Bentley powder, what's that?
Well, so some really good friends of mine have a dog named Bentley.
Oh man.
And it's a she dog, and sometimes her vagina gets sore.
Oh my gosh.
And they have powder for it. So anytime in our group when somebody's acting like they're
welcome to the show.
They call
welcome to the show today.
So basically we're saying you're being a wimp. Because you need some Bentley powder.
Yeah. You said something different 2 days ago.
No, that's exactly what I said. What do you mean? That's exactly what I said.
Wow. I'm getting old and everything's starting to hurt and fall apart, guys.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, man.
The world of Perry Dean.
Man.
Whatever. I'm a spry little sucker.
I've had to stay off my feet all week trying to just let my leg heal of something I have no idea what happened. But it's been fun. It's getting better. I'm actually very happy it's getting better.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to call that. But he does need some Bentley powder.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys. Hey, what do you think about the new flashy lights behind?
I love it. And then obviously the logo behind me.
Yeah. Check that out, dude.
Pretty
Move
sweet.
your head. There
Pretty
you go.
sweet. My big head.
Guess which one's him and which one's me.
It's my son calls. Dad, you don't have Hollywood hair like that.
Whatever. Look at your hair. Looks exactly the same.
Yeah. It's been a good week though. Some major movement in real estate in my world. I mean, we've put a couple under contract.
Yeah.
I'm getting a new listing.
Congratulations.
Yeah, things are starting to pop and happen. So it's exciting.
Heck yeah. You know, we say it all the time, guys. We 100% depend on you guys to give us some referrals to keep our pipeline full. So
It's there's been some fun stuff going on. There's a lot of talk around the idea of waiting for the rate to come down to get into the market, and there's a lot of reasons why not to wait.
well, Shauna on our team was telling us about some program in Davis County where you actually can get up to $50,000, dude.
I heard about this.
I mean, it's not. It's pretty limited on what income you can have. I think it's under 70.
Yeah, just under 70.
Which is still $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you do have to pay it back, but there's no payments on it. So basically, you buy a house, let's say you live in it for 5 or 10 years, and you've got $150,000 in equity. You're going to have to pay that back out of your equity when you sell your house. But, dude, $50,000.
Holy cow.
And $10,000 of it you can use as a buy down.
What does the other $40,000 go towards?
Whatever you want, like price reduction.
Wow.
It's pretty big.
True money,
$50,000.
cash. Okay, well, that really brings me to some ideas. I mean, buying a duplex or buying a home, being able to actually utilize that money you'd be paying rent otherwise. Why not put that towards a house, get into it, get the tax benefits, get yourself your own property you can improve and have it grow, and you'll have that equity. Later it will come out, but it's free money.
And here's the cool thing is it's completely separate from the mortgage. So just to give you an example. Okay, the program we talked about a couple weeks ago where you can actually get a loan that will give you the funds to do the improvements you want. So you could go in, buy the house. Let's say you buy a house that needs some serious improvements.
Wow.
Okay.
Combine these?
Dude, you go in, you get the loan, you get the money for the improvements, you get an additional $50,000 on top of it.
Oh my gosh.
It's awesome.
Well, and not to mention that right now there are deals to be had on houses. You wait for that rate to come down, and we all know what will happen is rates come down. A lot of people want to come
Prices
buy.
go up.
Yeah, because
competition gets heavy.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden you're out there frustrated as hell because you're putting in offer after offer. And of course, you know, we as your agent are going to write the offer as strong as we can write it for your circumstances, but we're not God. I mean, we can't just make up stuff.
The long and the short of it is they'll pay more for the house.
Exactly.
Which means right now you can get a better deal. You have a slightly higher payment, but
For now,
but in the next 6-8 months when things come down, get in preparation for that election that's going to come. I think right now's the time.
I do too. You know, I mean, even if you have to make a little higher payment for 6 or 8 months or whatever it is, okay. But I mean, everything we're hearing is that rates are going to come down because of the election.
Right.
But then competition's going to go up.
Yeah, well,
prices are going to go up.
You'll pay.
You'd be better off to
30,
buy
50
now.
grand more later.
Take advantage of some of these opportunities, like the $50,000 that Davis County is giving out in a grant. You know, take advantage of the loan that gives you the money to do the upgrades.
Heck yeah.
And
get the house you want and have
wham bam.
Have a lower balance, lower payment. Yeah. A lot of really neat opportunities. If any of this sounds at all interesting, we'd love to talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So listen, guys, we got a couple new things that we're doing. I actually learned them from my son, dude, on his podcast. We're going to start doing what we call the Beards on the Street submissions.
Okay.
So part of our episodes every single week.
Is this where you submit on camera?
Where people
you submit and you
right, yes. Wrong submission, dude. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Okay, my bad.
So we're going to have a link that we'll post up on Facebook, Instagram, and whatnot. That you guys, as our listeners, can jump on and ask us questions. Anything. I don't care what it's about. Whether it's about life,
this could get fun.
Work, real estate, sex, love, relationships. You know, because we know about it all.
Knitting,
boating, music.
Right.
You name it. So I think it's going to be really fun because, Jaden and Lindsay, it's a really funny part of their thing because some of the questions are just, and the way they have to answer them, we're going to answer them.
It was sure fun meeting your kids at the pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out, guys. And
yeah, no kidding. Thanks everybody that came out and supported our team. Had the creeper there, the little rat rod that the kids freaking loved. I mean, those kids are ninjas, baby.
For real.
Like they touch everything.
You couldn't relax the whole time.
Oh my gosh. One, I left my wallet in there, didn't even know it till the night was over.
Right.
I'm so lucky. Because, I mean, kids are kids. They're like, oh, hey, look what I found.
Money.
Yep. My little prism so I can see the lights, that thing was so yacked up you couldn't even see through it. I'd left the keys in the ignition. Some kid's trying to start my car.
Oh, my gosh.
Like on and on. My blinker thing was bent clear over to the left because they all kept trying to shove it over. And
oh, my gosh.
I think they thought that was the shifter. And then I watched some kid, both hands on my shifter, just jerking on it, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, holy cow, what am I doing?
Yep.
But you know what? It was kind of the hit of the thing. Kids loved it. Yeah, it was worth it. It's like when my grandkids come over. It's going to take me a couple weeks to get the creeper back in order.
All right.
Even my grandkids loved it. I don't know if they've ever seen it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
They need rides, dude.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
Let Grandpa get in there and go do some donuts.
All right. when you rolled into the pavilion, I'm like, oh, here we go. I thought you were for sure gonna just rally it,
dude. If it would have been blacktop, I probably would have. But it was dirt. I'd have thrown dirt and
all the
shit
way across
everywhere.
the entire
Yeah.
stadium, huh?
And it would have filled the whole place with dust.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm crazy, but I'm
not that crazy.
I'm not that inconsiderate.
Right.
Because it was already dirty enough. I don't know about you, but man, I went home and took a shower because I was covered in dirt.
Total dust bowl.
Yep. But man, it was a good time.
It was.
Kids had a blast. They didn't run out of pumpkins.
It was amazing the amount of people that came.
Dude, I am shocked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like shocked.
Yeah, it was fun. Thousands of people.
It was insane.
I think the couple of the main draws, obviously your car, but the people who did
Face painting is a big thing.
And cotton candy.
You know, I mean, not that I'm in charge of anything, but I think next year the brokerage should maybe do something where they have, 3 or 4 face painters there, like in a section where that's just it. Because you saw the lines for the booths that were for face painting. And I mean, quite simply, we never had that problem, but we had a steady flow of people.
You know what? I'm actually good at body painting. Maybe I'll bring.
Right. I'm gonna paint you with some Bentley powder.
No, but I could lend my skills, I guess, for the kids.
Right. I'm just gonna leave that one right there. I thought about it.
No, but I really can.
Right. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a PG program.
I'm being PG. I'm just offering my skills next year.
So anyways, guys, on these whole submission things, look for our posts out there and please participate, man. Send us in some good questions that Aaron and I can sit here and yak about and laugh.
I can think of 3 or 4 friends that are going to keep us full of questions.
But remember, we're trying to keep this PG, so we'll try to do the best we can.
But you ask it, we'll answer.
Right. In our best PG way that we can.
Right. Absolutely.
And maybe our program's going to go from being PG to being R.
And maybe, just maybe, we could get some real estate questions.
Right.
Right.
Oh, my gosh. So, also, guys, another quick thing. Aaron and I are really trying to build our group of people that are, what do you call them? Where people subscribes, our subscriptions.
Our subscriptions.
It just shut off because you forgot to remind me.
You keep touching the remote.
Well, I didn't touch it enough.
I watched you touch it like 3 times.
Oh, my gosh. Alexa, Amazon Photos. There we go.
There we go. Back on.
Anyways, we want to get as many subscriptions as we can, guys. Like I mean, I want to have a goal of over the next few months to get up to like 1,000, dude, or 500.
Yeah.
So we can't make you do it, but we would sure love if you guys would just go to our YouTube channel, our YouTube page, which is The Luxury Agency, and subscribe.
And in our the question section, how about some guests or some ideas of topics that we'd like to see?
We'd love that. What do you guys want to hear us talking about?
Input on
real estate related or not. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'd love to, because we have a pretty big network, and we'd love to bring people on and talk about whatever's important to you.
Yeah, if you've got some people that you think are interesting or have an amazing message, whatever that looks like, give us a shout.
We're working on kind of starting a flip leg in our business, and so we're going to be first and foremost, I think, bringing on some contractors and some different tradesmen.
And actually going out to some jobs. And, I mentioned my brother does flips all the time. I'm going to hit him up and maybe we'll go out and get some video and pick his brain for a minute.
Well, he'd be a fun one for Ask an Appraiser.
Yeah. I mean, he is an appraiser, been an appraiser for 100 years.
I think that he'd be a make sense person to bring on here as well.
Yeah.
So,
okay. We need to do it. Stevie, get on it, baby. Dude, I had to talk about our book.
That's been fun, actually.
Dude, I love it.
I love
that you sit there and the other day I was getting irritated at you because you weren't listening. You were just on your phone looking at your phone.
I was looking up where we were talking about.
So I went on a trip and there was a gentleman there that sent me this book, and it's about the Buffalo Trace brewery or distillery in Kentucky on the Kentucky River. And anyways, he was telling us how cool this book was, and he wasn't kidding, because it's not just about the distillery, it's about
American history
like no other, like in that region.
It was right before the Western frontier was gone.
Early 1800s, guys, is when it starts.
Late 1700s.
Late 1700s. What did I say? 1700s?
I don't even know if I can repeat it.
Late 1700s into the early 1800s and on, actually into the 1900s. And man, the history is just like we're talking when there was nobody.
Well,
white people.
What blew me away was, the distillery, how much, so they built it out of bronze and copper, right?
Well, eventually, so basically, the first part of it is the original, and I don't know any of the names, I can't remember them, but the original people went out there and actually discovered this area.
Leestown.
Can't remember the name of the other one. Anyways, the long or the short is I mean, some of these guys lost their life right there where it's at,
right?
That we were reading about, but this book goes through the whole history of before anybody had gone in there, and it was just the indigenous people, the Indians.
Well, they picked it because of the Buffalo Trace, which is hundreds of thousands of buffalo would go across the trail looking for food, cross the river,
and actually made a road,
several hundred yards.
Explained that it was compacted so much over a 14-foot or 20-foot wide area that had compacted down
concrete,
like 2 feet.
Literal groove run into the ground and the natural ground where these buffalo come through. And there are so many, they rumble the ground, sound like thunder.
Yeah.
And just shook everything because there's hundreds of thousands of buffalo.
Because where this is at, guys, on the Kentucky River, I guess there's parts of the Kentucky River that there's cliffs that are as much as 400 feet high.
Holy cow.
So this was just a natural area where the buffalo figured out they could get across the river.
Mm-hmm.
So
but they're chasing salt licks.
Salt licks.
This is it was a history of America, talking about why they picked it, and then the future of the whiskey trade that happened from that area.
Shauna said Aaron's not going to live this down, the Bentley powder.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. It's a new office joke.
Oh my heck.
That's right, Shauna. So anyways, in this book, I mean, it talks about a lot of history, and right now we're just barely getting to where the actual Buffalo Trace distillery, I guess it's already been there and had gone through multiple hands, but basically a gentleman that had a vision ended up building this. He went to Europe and was so impressed with all the distilleries over in Europe that he came back and just had this vision to build this distillery that was
100%.
better than any distillery in the world. And he spent
from copper.
All copper.
The liquid only touched copper. So that's
hand mashed.
Yeah.
I mean, just crazy stuff, dude, to create an impeccable whiskey.
We did the math. It was like 70,000.
70,000 is what he spent to build the distillery,
which was to the tune of like 70 million nowadays. Now money, and just
wow,
blew me away.
But anyways, it talks about him, and he ended up eventually selling the land and the distillery for $500.
I bet you money that was just like a title transfer, so taxes were lower.
Well, no, he and the guy that bought it, remember we read in the last one, they butted heads. I mean, the dude was in financial, they didn't call it the Great Depression. This was before that, like in the 1870s, if I remember right.
Yep.
Where it was just bad.
Lots of default, lots of loans going back. Yeah, it was just, but I think that's kind of the attrition that had to happen, and he talked about how he
started over in Europe,
and he went to public office is why kind of what he
he was the mayor for 16 years.
He changed his focus largely,
or 8 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then he became a congressman or a representative or something.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, really, really interesting, guys. I highly recommend the book. It's what we're reading right now. It's pretty cool.
It's been a lot of fun. A good little break.
Yeah, it was a good little break from. I mean, I'm a pretty positive dude, anyways, but I love this stuff, this history stuff, and I wish I would have paid better attention back in school.
If the teachers would have talked about it in this context, maybe we'd have listened.
You know what? There's so much truth in that, dude.
Right.
Because the things that I did learn and the things that I paid attention to, it was because the teacher was a good teacher.
They liked it.
I mean, let's be honest. Back when I was in school, I mean, most of the teachers were 100 years old. Mm-hmm. And it was boring as hell. And my mind was just constantly cranking.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, if you make it around whiskey or women or motorcycles or
this was about the
muscle cars.
Yeah, this is about the time I did have interest, and I did have a good history teacher. I remember.
Yeah.
Can't remember, Mr. Hughes, I think. Anyways, but it was good.
Yeah.
One of the classes I did like was history.
Oh, it's one of the classes you did like.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's one of the classes like.
Oh no, this
That's
is
what
one
I'm
of the
looking at.
This
I'm
is
like,
one of the
what?
classes I liked. I didn't like English. I didn't like math.
The uncomfortable pause.
Yeah, for sure.
So, alrighty, really quick. Going to keep promoting this until it's over, and that's my niece that had breast cancer. An amazing person. Mm-hmm. She's not going to do the party anymore. I think it just got overwhelming for her. But she, for her 32nd birthday, is putting together 32 baskets, so to say, for 32 women that are in need. And I spoke to her the other day, and they've got more than enough women that have been nominated, but they are still looking for, and they do have quite a bit of stuff. But if anybody wants to donate to these baskets, even if it's not 32, I mean, doesn't really matter. It's such a great cause, and it's not just women with breast cancer. It's women that are having a hard time with challenges with anything. So really good cause. I'm actually pretty excited about it, and of course my wife Lisa is all over it and doing all kinds of cool stuff. And
that basket will be nice.
Yeah, it will be. I can't even wait. So just wanted to give a big shout out that that's her Instagram page. So if you want to reach out to her and help out, do so. Highly recommend it.
I also want to, I guess, remind folks. So there's a lot of agents, friends of ours that are watching this. We're trying to grow. So we would love to talk to you, or if you know anybody who's struggling and
or just not a fit where they're at, or just want to change.
Really what we're looking for is somebody who's interested in the social part of the real estate business. We do our mixers, we do our hikes, which we're now transitioning. We're actually going to...
Oh, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, we're going to transition, and now the weather's changing. We're going to go and start doing some yoga as a group.
This is going to be good.
It's going to be fun.
Mine and your fat ass doing yoga.
Aaron in some spandex doing some downward dog.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
Yep. Oh, I love yoga, but it's really good for us, and I'm excited for it. I've already talked to a couple of the friends, and they're coming. So.
Yeah. So, any of you agents out there, or if you're thinking about being an agent and you want to come and just chat with us and see if there's a good fit to join our team, call us.
We'll teach you how to properly network with your crowds and how to
really set it up to where you have a viable business no matter what the market's doing.
That's right.
So, our Thursday morning hikes, now it's getting cold and there's going to be snow and we can't really do a hike. I mean, we are going to plan like a snowshoe thing. But
we will do
that's
that.
not going to be a weekly thing. But anyways, for our weekly event, we're going to do this yoga thing, and we're still working out all the logistics. And we talked, like Aaron said, we've talked to a couple of people that are going to come in and teach it. And I'm excited.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, instead of doing it on Thursday mornings, I think what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to actually do it Thursday early evening, like a 5:30 start time. And that way, people can come that work the 9 to 5 and still come and partake. Because, our hikes, it's awesome. It's first thing in the morning, but a lot of people can't participate because they're running kids to school or have a job or this, that, or the other. So I think it's going to be I think we will be doing it later. The 5:30.
We're looking at our office has a big training room, and so.
You know what? Here's the thing, too, guys. I mean, our biggest thing is we have people that will come and teach the classes for us. What we really don't have is a location to actually do it.
Yeah.
So if you know of someone or you know of an area or something that could hold, I don't know what, 20 people?
Tops.
Yeah, 20 people, on a weekly basis, and they'd be willing to help us out and we could do something. Please let us know, because I think if we have to, I'd do it here, but I would like to find something that's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe your ward house?
Ward house? My house?
Your house.
It's like, what the hell are you talking about, dude?
It's a ward house.
Ward house.
Little
Right.
little play on words there.
I could fit so many people in my house.
I don't know. I don't know where to.
Like anywhere, as long as it's warm, the women don't want to freeze.
Right now, it's our office. We have a space, but we would like to get away from here. So if you know any spaces, please let us know.
Like just something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked my cousin's wife, Case, and they have a space, but she's got a non-compete. It'd been perfect.
Right.
Then we could all jump in the pool after.
In the winter?
Hell yeah.
Is it outdoors?
They have a heater. No, they have an indoor yoga studio in their basement.
Oh, yeah. Well, that dumb non-compete.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I figured. All righty, man. Anything else? Hi, Ava. So Ava, I'll tell you a quick story about this just because she waved. Ava was living, she's from Colombia, and she was living in Florida. Met my little brother when he was down there on his mission. When he came home, she moved up here and basically became a part of our family. Her last name is Ward.
Wow.
That she changed.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And has had her 2 kids, and I mean, yeah, she was or still is a massive part of our family. It was like,
that's really cool.
yeah, kind of cool. But anyways, hi, Ava.
My mom did that and married my dad. Made me.
Before or after?
Literally after the mission. Yeah.
Well,
Literally.
wow.
Yeah.
Where did your dad serve?
York, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Yeah, that's where I was born.
up in the northeastern.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Actually.
it is. Well, kind of. All righty, man. Well, guys, we chatted about a lot, but look for those links to send us some questions. I think it's gonna be fun.
We'll be having some fun with that for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll look forward to that.
All righty, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Have a freaking fantastic week. And
Please let us know if you need any help real estate.
yeah, we're here. We're here trying to fill our pipeline, and we would love to represent you and do what we do because we're pretty good at it.
Yep.
All righty.